LTU Sports Report is brought to you by the City of Southfield, the center of it all, and Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
Hello and welcome inside the LTU studios for another edition of the LTU Sports Report. I'm Sarah Davis. Today we've got a very special show for you that is all about our men's basketball team. This young squad did not have a single senior leader on the team. They started off hot to start the season, but as time went on, the Blue Devils struggled down the stretch. Let's head back to November to start off their season.
It's the home opener for the Lawrence Tech men's basketball team as they look to make it 2 in a row against the number 12 team in the nation, the Eagles of Cornerstone. The Blue Devils are off to a 4-1 start to the season. Can they get their first win in conference play? Let's find out. Starting early in the first half, sophomore Jordan Henry hits the Eagles defender with a nice fake, and he would finish at the rim, tying the game at 8 apiece. Moving on, late in the first half, sophomore Carter France passes to junior Alec Ivanovic. He gets the ball back to France, and France hits the three from way downtown, bringing the Devils within one with a little over 3.5 minutes left in the half. However, the Eagles would take a 34-26 lead into the half. Coming out of the break, the Devils show nice ball movement, and it would be Ivanovic who blows by his defender and drives down the lane for the easy two. Score now 41-38 Eagles. With less than a minute left in the second half, Henry comes up with a huge steal, launches the ball down the court to sophomore Isaiah Cumberland, who finishes with a nice layup. That would bring LTU within 2. But the Blue Devils would run out of time and would drop their home opener 67-60, bringing their record to 4-2 on the season and 0-1 in WAC play.
Just how we came together as a unit, kind of bounced back in the second half. We were challenged really hard in the first half with their physicality, and we really just came back. Some of the leaders, the returning guys, Al and Zay really stepped up, pulled everyone, meshed everyone together, and we bounced back, fought as hard as we could. Fortunately, we couldn't grab the win at the end, but I'm proud of how we bounced back from the first half. Ty probably said constantly, probably, I don't know how many times today, just keep weathering the storm. We know it doesn't matter how much we get down. If we keep weathering the storm, everything, we keep setting our platform, keep grinding, we're going to be fine. Best thing is just staying together. We want to make sure that we keep playing together because we think that no one can really stop us when we all play together. It's just those little lapses when we take bad shots or a little mind lapse on defense and stuff like that. We want to put together a full 40 minutes of just playing together.
I'm Gunnar Gustafson. I'm here at Lawrence Tech playing on the men's basketball team, and my major is construction engineering. My celebrity crush is probably Selena Gomez. I mean, I really like her music, and she's always just been different than everyone else. My favorite superhero is probably Batman because he's different than everybody else, and he's just a playboy and a bunch of money. My favorite athlete is probably LeBron James. I mean, he takes the sport so much differently than everybody else, and he's just kind of changed the game into this new era. Favorite dessert is probably cookies. I mean, they're so fast and so easy.
Let's drop into the Don Riddler Fieldhouse for an afternoon battle as the LTU men's basketball team welcomed in Concordia University. Blue Devils looking to grab their 6th win of the season and keep that momentum going following their previous win against Northwestern Ohio. Let's see if they can keep it up. 5 minutes into the first half, LTU down by 3, looking to start a run this next possession. Freshman forward Gunnar Gustafson finds sophomore guard Carter France in the corner for an open 3 to tie this game up for the Blue Devils. Halfway through the first half, and it's a slow game. LTU still trying to find that momentum, down by 3 once again. But all that changes when sophomore guard Jordan Henry hands it off to junior forward Alec Ivanovic for a 3 at the top of the key to make it a tie game. Going into the second half, LTU down by 4, but that would soon change when France would come into the half on fire as he hits 2 back-to-back threes, then a drive to the hoop for a strong finish. He had 22 points, most coming from the three-point line, and that sparked a 17-3 run by the Blue Devils to give them a 10-point lead halfway through the quarter. 8 minutes left in the second half, France passes it back to Alec Ivanovic for the corner 3 to give him a 6-point lead. And the rest was history. Concordia was unable to stop the offense of the Blue Devils, winning the game 79-68.
Whenever Carter comes out with the mindset of I want to lead first and defend and rebound, then good things happen. He's a good shooter. He got good looks. Jordan Henry, Brandon Beavers, and other guys did a good job of finding him. So he was just the recipient of good basketball and knocked him down.
Lawrence Tech men's basketball team faced off against the 13th ranked Lawrence University Grey Wolves Wednesday night. The Blue Devils looking for their first victory of the new year. First half action, score tied at 2 all early on. Columbus, Ohio native Isaiah Cumberland with a smooth-looking jumper to put the Blue Devils out front. Later on in the half, freshman Brandon Beavers brings the ball up the court and finds Blue Devils leading scorer Jordan Henry in the corner for the 3. That would extend the Blue Devils lead to 5. Great first half effort by the Blue Devils as this game tied up at the break at 29 all. To the second half now, here comes point guard Carter France flying down the lane, hits his defender with a fake and scoops the ball in to tie the game at 40 all. LTU finishing the game strong. Beavers comes down the lane, finds sophomore Alec Ivanovic, who dishes to the freshman standout Gunnar Gustafsson for the easy 2 points. Lawrence Tech would go on to win their first game of the year in impressive fashion, 71-64 your final, bringing their record to 3-7 in WAC play and 8-9 overall on the season.
We can battle for sure. You know, we had like a losing streak going on, playing bad, but we feel like we've turned that around. When we play at our best, we compete with anybody.
We played good and everything on defense. We've got some boards, so it's a good. Yep.
Good teams go on runs, but we've been calloused. You know what I mean? We've been through it all this year. We talked about, you know, from being on Sports Center against Bethel to losing a heartbreaker. We know teams go on runs and just our resiliency. They don't waver. We have great leadership, and some young guys are really turning the corner from a leadership standpoint. And it doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but guys like Carter and Isaiah are really doing a good job of leading this team. And so just our message is continue to pound the pavement no matter what. We're not a victim of our circumstances. Continue to work.
It's time for a quick break, but before we go, Extreme Science Saturdays are back again. LTU invites all high school students involved with STEM to come out on Saturday, March 14th. This opportunity gives participants hands-on experience using state-of-the-art equipment in a modern lab. The cost is $15 per student. For more information, go to ltu.edu right now. The LTU Sports Report will be right back.
Asiago butter. Honey, look at this. 40,000 flavor combinations, and I've had almost every one. Asiago, butter, cheese, Cajun. The flavored crust combinations are endless. It's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
To get more pizza? Yeah.
No, to call your mother. Wow.
Don't go. I need that equation.
Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry? Howie's!
Welcome back to the LTU Sports Report. I'm Sarah Davis. Let's continue our recap of the Blue Devils men's basketball season.
The Lawrence Tech men's basketball team takes on the Aquinas Saints for some Saturday afternoon WAC basketball action. LTU started the season winning 6 of their first 9 games, the best start in program history. But the young Blue Devils had struggled in conference play this season. With their motto being pound the pavement, the Blue Devils still show fight in every game. Let's jump right into the action. Midway through the first half, LTU down 4. And here's sophomore standout Jordan Henry, who fakes out his defender and lays the ball in for 2 points. Henry led all scorers with 24 points. Later on in the first half, freshman Brandon Beavers flies down the court and slams the ball down for 2 points, tying this game up at 17. After an exciting first half, Lawrence Tech took a 4-point lead at halftime. To the end of the second half, Blue Devils down by 3, and the Dansville native Carter France hits a fadeaway 3 over his defender to send this game into overtime. This would be the first overtime game for the Blue Devils this season, and LTU would struggle to score. Here's Beavers again, only this time he drives hard through the lane for 2 points. Beavers would score all 7 LTU points in overtime, but that effort was not enough. Your final score, 81-74. The Blue Devils hit the road for a matchup against Concordia on Wednesday the 29th. Tip-off is at 8 p.m.
Our resiliency coming down from our coaches and the leaders on the team. All we do, whenever we break a huddle, our saying is believe. So we believe, we go over these situations in practice all the time. So we definitely all believe that we can come back at the end of regulation if we just keep grinding.
I think we're getting better every single day. We just keep on our practice and everything, just trying to get better overall.
It takes continued belief. It takes continued practice, but also just execution. Now, when you get out there in the moment, you got to focus and lock into what you've been taught in practice and get it done.
My name is Logan Danaher. I'm on the basketball team here, and I'm a media comm major. My celebrity crush is ARIANA Grande, one because she's very beautiful, and the other is because she can sing really well. My favorite superhero is Batman because he's just all in black, looks murdered out, and looks dope. If I could join a boy band, I would pick the Jonas Brothers. One, because I've seen them in concert and they just look super fun on stage, and the other is because I think I would be the best Jonas brother out of all of them because obviously I'm more good looking than all of them. My favorite vacation spot is Las Vegas. I've been there a couple times. Just the energy is really high there, and I love just like the bright lights and music and everything that goes with Las Vegas. So.
The Lawrence Tech Blue Devils men's basketball team also faced off against the Siena Heights Saints on Saturday, and the Blue Devils are looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Can they get the win against the Saints, who are fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive? Let's get right into the action. Starting in the first half, the Blue Devils were on a mission in this one as freshman Gunnar Gustafsson hit sophomore Carter France with a nice backdoor pass, and France would lay the ball in for the easy 2. Later on in the first half, looking to add to the Blue Devils' lead, and it would be the junior from Macomb, Michigan, Alec Ivanek, who buries one from downtown. He's shooting over 40% from behind the arc. The Blue Devils would take an 8-point lead into halftime. Coming back from the break, the Blue Devils are rolling. Now, as nice passing leads to a wide-open layup from the sophomore Isaiah Cumberland, and he would hit the backboard on his way to 2 more points. With the Blue Devils trying to close this game out, it would be freshman sensation Brandon Beavers, who takes the ball coast to coast, fakes his defender, and lays the ball in for 2 points. The Blue Devils will go on to win this game with an impressive final score of 95-88.
When going into this, coach really talked to us about locking in on defense and being solid on offense and not making turnovers and just being solid and getting good shots.
Loved the way we fought and continued to battle. Had a lot of carryover from practice. We haven't had a bad practice in a long time, and we haven't been getting the result, but they come to battle every day, so we really like that. The other thing is the way we shared the basketball, 20 assists and 12 turnovers, and we really emphasized that in film on Thursday, so see that carryover was really good.
The main thing was in our huddles talking about securing the ball, making hard cuts to the ball, and getting open, and not letting the defense, not having crazy passes or turnovers.
That's all the time we have for you today on the LTU Sports Report. Spring break is just a few days away, and all of our Blue Devil athletic teams will be traveling to various parts of the country to face several teams throughout the NAIA. Good luck to my fellow Blue Devils and be safe. Be sure to check out the next edition of the LTU Sports Report on Tuesday because we will be looking back on the winter season of the D1 hockey team. Thanks for watching the LTU Sports Report. I'm Sarah Davis. Have a great weekend, everybody.